Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Car Addict. I am in the mountains in Arizona, and here's what's about to happen. Ever since I've got my lowering springs and Type R sway bar on my car, I've been driving around with my kid, so I haven't really been able to push it. But I just dropped her off at summer camp. So, take a look at this road that I'm about to hit. Looks like it's gonna be pretty fun. So what I'm gonna do is, first off, I'm gonna get this mess of a car a little more organized, so I don't just have stuff flying everywhere around these turns. And the thing that sucks is it's gonna be mostly downhill. I am more comfortable going uphill on the corners fast than downhill on the corners fast. But I got on a little bit up the hill and it seems pretty stable. First I was worried about that lift off oversteer or whatever could happen with that really stiff rear sway bar without touching the front. But I do got the wide sticky tires on here, so after I get the car cleaned up, GoPro mounted, we'll hit the road and see how this thing does. Well, got the car cleaned up. I left my other suction cup mount at home, so I can't put the other camera on the outside like I wanted to. Best place I could get is right there, and I don't have a whole lot of ground clearance, so we might lose that camera. That's the cheap one anyways, though. Hopefully that'll work. All right, let's go mob down this hill. Of course, nothing but bikes go flying by until it's time for me to get on the road. Now all these other guys are coming. And I empathize with all you high altitude guys. I had to redo my tune to get a little more boost up here because I hadn't touched the tables at this elevation. And man, it needed it. Once I got it going though, it's actually decently quick up here. Nothing like at sea level though. But I'm also not targeting the same boost level. And even if I was, still wouldn't be the same total pressure because of how high I am. I'm at about 6,000 something feet right now, and I'm climbing. It does corner pretty flat, and we already caught up to traffic, so that sucks. That's one thing that sucks about this road. It's awesome, but there's always somebody going slow. There's also always somebody wrecking. My sister came through a week before I did. On her way, somebody was in the ditch. On my way, somebody had rolled their truck into the ditch. And here's more cars as I'm about to leave. So yeah, my front tires are still letting go before my rears are, and I don't really know this road that good to go really, really fast on it. I mean, I used to live here, but that was quite a while ago. Elevation 6,100. Oh, that was definite understeer. Definitely understeer. So, once again, we'll pull over and give ourselves some room. But hopefully you can see there, I was pushing it pretty good. And even when it starts to want to let one end loosen up, it's still the front end. The thought of that oversteer still scares me when I'm looking at that cliff though. off the side of me. I mean, that is the last thing I want to have happen right now. Hopefully you can hear all this tire squeal. All right, so right there, I had the front wheel spinning a little bit under power coming out of that. And when I let off, maybe I felt the rear end lighten up a little bit. I don't know. Even hard on the gas in a corner, letting off to try to get some lift off, it's just not happening for me. I do like this power plant though. There's not a lot of Hondas you can sit at $3 grand and pull yourself out of corners. And I don't know if it looks like I'm going real slow in the camera, but I started that at about 36. I mean, I just did that corner at almost 40. So, I don't know what it looks like on camera. Came out of that one at about 50. I mean, I believe I could push the car even harder, but like I said in the beginning of this video, I haven't really been able to push it. So I don't want to wreck my car right now. So I'm trying to get to the edge of, not the edge of the car's capability, the edge of my comfort with it right now. If I did this road more, I'd go a little harder. Sucks that now you can't get the sway bar this cheap, but I don't even have 200 bucks into my suspension. And she handles pretty good. I'm proud of her. Plus, other people cut these corners. I don't want to run into any people like that. I just don't remember how tight any of these corners are. And I'm pretty sure I could correct an oversteer, but if it happens on one of these corners where the ditch is right next to me, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm putting the rear end right in the ditch. This one is a pretty friggin' sharp corner. Okay, full throttle, let off. Oh man, I bet you could get it oversteering if you want to. I swear, the setup I have now, unless you try, that rear end is not stepping out. I don't see it happening. I mean, I've seen people do it, but I've seen people do it with a stock Civic. That was on a slalom though. I don't think they've done it just on one corner. So it was already unsettled coming into the next corner, I guess. Well, as long as the battery's not dead, she's still going good back there, recording the action. Of course, I don't really know how good it's gonna look from the vantage point that camera has, but oh, this is a terrible section of road. I'm not going fast across this shit. Look at all that understeer. If you heard that, that's my tire rubbing my liner. And once again, we wait. It's kind of funny too, I was actually past this road where I could have gone where I'm going the other way, and I turned around and came back this way, and my family thought I was nuts because they all avoid this way. I love this way. We got him back again. I guess we will wait a little longer this time. See, this is the part of the road I don't really like that much because you can get too much speed between turns. And I'd rather not have a cop come around a corner while I'm doing 80 in between the roads or corners. All right, well, we're close enough to the bottom. I'm just gonna call it quits right there. Basically, to sum it up, I think it handles pretty neutral. I definitely think there's less understeer, but I do not think it's tail happy one bit. You can feel if you're coming around the corner on the throttle a little bit, and at the end, if you let off to go into the switchback in the next corner, maybe you could slightly feel a little bit extra rotation or something that I'm trying to imagine, but I don't know. For the most part, the tail end is planted and you just understeer still. So yeah, under 200 bucks, Godspeed springs and a Type R sway bar, which of course, there's SI guys going to the Type R or to Eibach or Whiteline. There's Type R guys going to the Eibach or Whiteline. So even though you can't get brand new OEM from Honda for the 70 bucks or whatever I paid, I'm sure you could probably get a Type R or maybe an SI bar for under 100 bucks on the used market. Now, the Type R is 20 and a half, whereas the SI is only 18, I believe. Stock is 16 and a half. So, oh, look at this. Maybe we'll do another couple corners. I'm sure the SI bar would be a nice upgrade, but if the 20 is functional, then why go with 18? Right? Man, I need to get on a road course with this thing. This is a lot of fun. And we're stopped. All right, so I'm gonna end it right here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Do not speed through small towns around here in Arizona. Probably anywhere, because I'm sure they need their money. So obey them speed limit signs like I was just doing the whole time. I swear, I'm about as good as technology sometimes as my 92-year-old grandpa. This stupid camera right here, when you are sitting here at the record screen, the damn clock counts, even if you're not recording. The counter is climbing. So when I go look under my car real quick, wake the screen up, and I see the fucking thing counting, I think it's recording still, or whatever. I mean, somehow I thought it was recording and it wasn't, because I have no video on this from that drive down the mountain. So, son of a bitch. That's why I didn't get to see anything from the other view.